Welcome to the Rare Wellness Podcast. The pressures of modern life, society, and world often steer us to unhealthy lifestyles where wellness is a rare treasure hidden in a maze of daily challenges. In this podcast, we illuminate uncommon pathways to health and vitality, exploring cutting-edge ideas in regenerative, longevity, and performance medicine, all delivered in bite-sized segments of 10 minutes or less. I'm your host, Dr. Jamie Lewis. Today, we're going to dive into how much protein you really need and what role branched-chain amino acids actually play. This podcast is brought to you by Center for Regenerative and Performance Medicine located in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. Visit us online at www.nwc4rm.com. Before we begin, a quick disclaimer. This podcast is for educational purposes only and is not intended for medical advice. Always consult a qualified healthcare professional for any medical concerns or treatment. Why protein matters so much? Well, protein just isn't for bodybuilders. Every enzyme, hormone, and structural tissue in your body relies on amino acids. Unlike fat or carbohydrates, however, your body doesn't have a true storage tank for amino acids, so your skeletal muscle is your amino acid reservoir. When you don't eat enough protein, your body pulls amino acids out of your muscle to keep everything else running. Over time, this leads to loss of muscle, increased frailty, metabolic dysfunction, and reduced resilience to stress and illness. This is why experts like Peter Attia, Rhonda Patrick, Stu Phillips emphasize that traditional protein recommendations are not aligned or actually support your health needs for longevity and for optimal function and aging. The RDA versus optimal protein is completely different because the RDA's recommendation was based on outdated nitrogen balance studies that underestimated real protein needs. Modern isotope tracer studies show that most adults need 30 to 50% more protein simply to stay out of a negative protein balance. So, based on the latest research, the true minimum protein intake is about 1.2 grams per kilogram per day in most adults. Optimal intake for adults for strength and longevity is about 1.6 to 2 grams per kilogram per day. And this is where you see meaningful improvement in lean mass, metabolic health, and physical function. If you aim for 2 grams per kilogram per day, this ensures that even on low protein days, you stay above the 1.6 range where the benefit occurs. Now, there are questions regarding safety and protein intake, and the literature shows no evidence of harm for eating at least 2 grams per kilogram of protein a day in healthy adults. What does that look like? Well, if your target body weight is 70 kilograms or 154 pounds, your recommended protein allowance is going to be between 112 to 140 grams of protein per day. This is easiest to achieve by spreading protein out across multiple meals of 25 to 40 grams at a time. And that allows you to repeatedly hit your leucine threshold that triggers muscle protein synthesis. Now, if you're overweight, calculate protein based on target body weight, not current scale weight. Now let's talk about branched-chain amino acids and why they matter and when they're essential. Branched-chain amino acids like leucine, isoleucine, and valine play a central role in muscle building and metabolic signaling. Why they matter? Well, leucine is the on switch for muscle building, and you need at least 2 to 3 grams of leucine per meal to activate mTOR, which initiates muscle protein synthesis. They are metabolized directly in muscle and help with energy during intense training, and they can improve recovery in certain athletic maneuvers. But here's the nuance. If you're already eating 1.6 to 2 grams per kilogram per day of high quality protein, adding extra branched chain amino acids usually doesn't add much benefit. However, when branched chain amino acids become a strategic tool, or in situations such as vegetarian diets or vegans, where plant proteins often deliver less leucine and fewer essential amino acids, vegetarians, especially those consuming limited dairy or eggs, often fall short of their leucine threshold. Branched-chain amino acids and essential amino acids can be meaningful in supporting muscle metabolism and overall protein quality in these situations. Now, if patients don't reliably hit their protein goals, or if you routinely fall below your target, whether due to scheduling, appetite, or you're on a GLP-1 medication, branched-chain amino acids can help reduce muscle breakdown on low protein days. Also, if you're a fasted morning exerciser, if you train early without eating, small branched-chain amino acids and essential amino acid dose can help protect your muscle until your first meal. Or if you're an older adult with anabolic resistance, aging muscle requires a stronger amino acid stimulus. So leucine-rich branched-chain amino acids can help compensate for smaller meals and low appetite. Rule of thumb, branched-chain amino acids can be essential if you're falling below your protein goals, exercising fasted, or you're on a diet that limits animal-based protein. Aim for 1.6 to 2 grams per kilogram per day. Distribute protein across meals. Prioritize high-quality proteins and use branched-chain amino acids strategically. Now, there's no evidence of harm from using 2 grams per kilogram of body weight daily of protein in healthy adults. Thanks for joining me on today's Rare Wellness podcast. If you found value in today's episode or learned something new, please subscribe, leave a review, and share this podcast with a friend. Your support will help us continue to provide free content to empower you on your journey to better health. Again, this is Dr. Jamie Lewis reminding you that your body holds an incredible potential to heal, thrive, and perform. Sometimes it just needs the right tools to unlock its full potential and help you live your best life now. We'll see you next time.